How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? KluTzy Joe here, coming at you with another review, and this time we're looking at the Mezco 112 Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice Superman figure. Now, what you end up getting right here is the BvS logo at the top left corner. You end up getting Batman v Superman Dawn of Justice. At the bottom left corner, you end up getting the Superman, and at the lower right corner, you end up getting the whole 112 logo. Not different on the top or the bottom. You just end up getting the same stuff. On the very bottom, you end up getting this legal jargon that nobody really cares about. You end up, on the back, you end up getting very deceptive images of the product, and I'll show you guys why. Anyways, you end up getting all these pictures. On the inside of the cardboard box, you end up getting a pretty cool Henry Cavill image. And this one ends up having a magnetized slipcover, so it does open up to reveal the Superman logo. So anyways, let's crack this thing open. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to look is at the accessories. What you get is 3 head sculpts right here. Each one actually looking pretty good. You end up looking at the angry face, which, let's see if I could actually get the focusing right. There we go. So we got an angry face. It's pretty cool. It looks exactly how Henry Cavill looked in this movie. You end up getting the normal look. So it looks alright. And then you end up getting the heat vision one, which the eyes actually glow in the dark, but for obvious purposes I can't necessarily show it to you guys. Ends up having 4 pairs of hands, including fists. All these are not detailed at all because they're all very plain, very light colored. But you do end up getting to see the amount of detailing when it comes down to the veins. Anyways, that was my grabby hand. This one is a sewer hand, which these things actually connect on over to this Gotham City sewer cover, completely collapsible. And he ends up having the flight hands, which are also pretty cool, but they're very light. Very light complexion, if we could actually call it anything. So he also comes with this stand, which I've already ended up installing the flight stand. Also ended up coming with these cape holding prongs that actually connect over to this part, and this part is actually connects on over to the top of this. If I could get it to connect, there we go. So it's a feature that nobody really likes because you have to struggle with the cape. Anyways, comes with a little pig as well if you don't want it to be on the flight mode. And it comes with a Ziploc bag because because that's how they do it. Anyways, now let's look at the figure. And here is the figure out of the packaging. As you get to see, the colors are actually pretty good and light and bright. The colors, I will tell you this, that the suit actually looks a little bit more aqua green than how it's actually being presented right now. And it's actually pretty cool. I love the rubber suit that they're actually used. That's actually pretty cool on their part. And right here you can actually see the actual skin tone out of the Superman that I was actually telling you guys. He's very light in this figure form. But then again, Henry Cavill was very light, so I mean it's pretty much accurate. Anyways, for articulation, his arms are able to open up about that much. They could actually open up a lot more, but it will be hindered by the suit. His arms are able to go up that much before they start being hindered. His head can actually look up that much and look down about that much, as you get to see. So it's actually pretty cool, full range of motion. Right here, the torso joint and the chest joint are both very limited when it comes down to the moving up and moving down. That's about as far down as he's actually gonna go. And if you move him on over to the back, he actually opens up a lot more. Anyways, it's a swivel, so you do end up getting him to move up and down, side to side. Full range of motion right here. And his legs, he's able to kick forward that much. What am I doing with that one? He's able to kick up that much. He's able to kick back that much. So it's not a lot, but he's able to do the splits as well. But this is where I stop because I don't want this thing to actually rip. So it's actually pretty cool. Now let's go for size comparisons. Here he is standing next to the Mezco 112 BvS Batman. And as you get to see, he's actually about the same size as this guy. One minor note to see if I could actually show you guys. The difference in... well, there's a couple differences in this one. For starters, the chest is actually able to go down a lot more with Superman than he is with Batman. But I guess it might be because of the little BvS Batman sign right here. Also, let's see if I could actually show you guys the difference in skin tone. There we go. So as you get to see, Superman is way more paler than Batman, but you get to see that the design is actually pretty good. I love that. Anyways, enough of that. Here he is standing next to the Mezco 112 Punisher. One of my favorite figures of all time. As you get to see, he's actually taller than Frank Castle, which is actually pretty good. Here he is standing next to the DC icon Superman, and I think that this coloring angle is not necessarily doing it any justice. I mean, if you were to actually see these in person, this one ends up having more of a flesh tone than this guy. But for some weird reason, the colors are actually being picked up almost identically, so I guess it's really not all that bad. But it gives you more or less an idea as to the lighting that's actually giving it this very, very white skin. Here he is standing next to the NECA Christopher Reeve Superman. And I think I can actually get the flesh tone a little bit better with this guy. Let me see, there we go. So you get to see that this one actually has a little bit more of a flesh tone than the BvS Superman. But as you get to see on the background, the Superman does actually look a little bit more better with the flesh tone. So it gives you more or less an idea as to how he really does end up looking. Here he is standing next to my supremely cool modded Shazam. And I do me modded, and I'll show you guys in the review. Sorry about that. It actually does look pretty cool. As you get to see, Shazam is actually shorter than Superman. And you know what, just for giggles, here he is standing next to an early release from Mezco, their Hellboy figure. Now as you get to see, Hellboy is actually about 8 inches. And Superman is actually about 6 to 6.5 inches. Actually, I think this guy might actually be about 7 inches, 7 to 7.5 inches, maybe even close to 8 inches. So that's why you get to see the huge difference. But other than that, it's actually pretty cool to end up seeing early work from Mezco on with the more recent work. Pretty cool, right? So all in all, my final thoughts is that this is a pretty cool figure. I actually love how this figure actually came out. I do end up loving that I'm actually given the opportunity to have him in a flying pose, which is actually pretty cool. And the posing him isn't necessarily hard. As you get to see right here, he's actually being held real well. And I do end up loving this figure. Honestly, it's an insanely cool figure. Do I like that this figure is actually with a very light skin tone? No, I don't think so. But then again, as I said, Henry Cavill is very, very pale. So I hope that you guys actually enjoyed this review, and I hope to see you next time. Peace.